Okay, today on Random Acts of Carving, I'm going to be working on another piece of driftwood, doing a little wood spirit with a snail on his head, and some silly eyes and some funny teeth. So if you want to see how I carved it, stick around and I'll show you how I did it. Alright, so I got this old root here. I don't know if you can see it. I kind of drew a snail shell here a little bit, and the head of a snail coming down here. And so I'm going to try getting that guy kind of outlined a little bit first, see where that's going to go, and then I'm going to start on his eyes and then work my way down. So that's how we're going to do this one. It's a little different than I normally do, but that's the way we're going to do this one. Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so we're starting off on this piece of artwork waiting to happen, and looking for a wood spirit in here. So I'm going to try to use the bump right there on the front of the stick. That's going to be my snail shell. And down a little bit further, there's that big piece sticking out, and that's going to be the nose of the wood spirit. And wood spirits can be anything. They don't have to be a guy with a beard or a guy with leaves, the green man with the leaves all over him. They can be whatever you see in that piece of wood. So we're gonna try to dig it out of there. It's hard to see what I'm carving a little bit in this carving because of the sap that's still in this wood. It's making the dust just stick to it. I thought about putting some like a spray wax or something on the burrs to get the sap to not stick to it. If anybody's tried that, or let me know in the comments. I haven't tried it, but I was thinking there's probably something you can put on them to keep that stuff from sticking. A lot of the comments I get is why I use a certain tool and or a certain burr, and the answer to that is pretty simple. It's just whatever one will cut the wood the best. If I pick one up and it's not cutting, I'll switch to something a little more aggressive, less aggressive, depending on the wood. This here Christmas tree looking thing with the teeth on it's working pretty good on this. The sap isn't sticking to it, and I'm able to remove a lot of wood. It's just that dust just sticks to everything.
Welcome to the machine.
So you have to kind of carve it by feel more than sight on some of this stuff.
System shut down.
Here I'm using the high-speed electronical spinny thing, and a skinnier Christmas tree with teeth, and going in there and cutting around his chin and shaping his face, his lower jaw. Doesn't have much of a jaw; it's sucked way back in there. That's the way the wood was shaped, so that's where we're going to do it. He has a little bit of an overbite. So anything I used, it was any of the diamond grit bits, anything like that. I did use them a little bit on here, but they would fill up really fast. So mostly use the real aggressive burrs or the spiral end mill that I'm using here. you've never tried carving a snail shell or a seashell, and you enjoy carving, then I recommend trying one. They're a lot of fun. They can mess with your head a little bit, trying to get all the angles and radiuses the right direction. It's hard to see his teeth in there right now, but because it's pretty dark wood. You can see it a little bit upside down. We got some teeth in there, and we'll paint them up here in a bit, bring them out a little so you can see them. Even the drum bit here with the sandpaper on it filled right up with that. It's almost like a wax. It's just the sap that's in the wood, but it polishes everything out real smooth. Some pieces of driftwood are like this. They're more like a heartwood and they have a lot of sap in them, and they're a little heavier. The carving will last forever, but they're a little bit hard on tools. Once I got his face pretty well cleaned up there, I decided to add a new shirt and a jacket. So carving those in there real quick. Not a lot of wood spirits get shirts and jackets, but this one did. I think it adds a nice touch, gives it a little more character, and finishes the piece off real nice. I'm just drawing in the collar and the collar for his shirt, the collar for his jacket, and then the front of the jacket. coming down a little bit of the shirt. On the one side there wasn't a lot of wood for the jacket, so I just did what I could with it. That was close enough. If your wife isn't home and you're out carving and sawdust is sticky like that, you can use her toothbrush and clean your carving up real nice. Make sure you rinse it off before she gets home. And just get in there and clean up the lines and make them a little deeper. It's looking pretty good. Use the toothbrush one more time. Alright, got the carving all done, and now we just got to move on to the full makeover. This is the eye whitening and then the teeth whitening procedure. He is looking sharp. Just lightening up this snail a little bit so you can see him. He blends right in with that wood, almost like he has camouflage. Get him a nice blue shirt, dress him up a little bit. That's gonna match his pretty blue eyes, real nice. Just putting a little bit of a black wash on the shirt there to age it a little bit and give it some shadows. I'm going to go around the irises and darken up the pupils there. Just a little bit of black. A little bit of eyeshadow, just to make his bring his eyeballs out a little bit, make him stand out. Also doing the tentacles on the snail. Little highlight, and decided to put a little bit of brown paint on his jacket just to make it look a little more like a jacket, a little dressier. It's always a good time anytime you can set your spirit free. Just aging that snail a little bit with a little bit of brown paint, and we'll have her finished up. this week we've got this, we found this wood spirit. He was hanging out in there. He was pretty cool. He's had a really neat looking nose on there. He had his mouth pretty much there. You guys couldn't really see me carving it too much. It was real black. But got a little, painted his teeth up a little bit. They look pretty good. And this little snail was hiding up in here. This just polished up when I tried to sand it with even a drum sander. It just got the sap from the tree and it just polished it right on there. I like how this thing turned out. It's pretty cool looking. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you next week. You'll never know.